Good morning, church. Let's go. Good morning, church. Yeah, yeah. Good morning, church. Yeah, yeah. Good morning, church. Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Sun is up, birds singing. Time to get.
And we're back.
Yes.
So, just a quick reminder, the topic of the day is muted when the message gets silenced, a Christian response to censorship. And we know that it centers, Chantel, around what happened at the Calypso Monarch. And we have someone here with us today who is no stranger at all to that entire world. Might be one of the persons who could exclusively speak as to what happens inside there. We have with us Mr. Devon Fields.
Yeah.
Mr. Devon Fields, how are you today?
Good morning, and it's a pleasure to be here. Good morning, church, with you all. I am good, thank you. I'm good, thank you. Yes.
Nice. So just to kick the ball off, where my boy mentions so on, everything just went quiet. What ran through your mind at that point in time?
But first of all, I must mention that I participated in the competition this year as well. And from the get-go, from when the preliminaries started, we saw a trend where by the heavy political songs were being eliminated. So one can assume that, and I mean, if I go from the preliminary stage, we saw where Mr. Shaq and what is her name, Victoria Cooper, they did not go forward into the semifinals. And then at the semifinal stage, myself and Chucky, I mean, I would don't want to sound a bit cocky, but I gave a good performance. Chucky gave a good performance as well, and he did not go further. So and what was really strange about Keelan's performance, he was the defending monarch at the time. And no one had an idea of what he was singing because, I mean, he didn't do any release before. So one can easily assume that, yes, he might have been censored.
Right.
Yeah. And that's,
that's real.
Yeah, we know it's real.
Sorry.
And when the season starts, you kind of get an idea, kind of gauge as to what people come out because they will drop a song and he didn't drop a song. So
no, because as a defender, he has that advantage,
Yes.
So he could drop a bomb. He could drop a bomb in the finals. Yeah, and clearly it was a bomb because what happened there. I mean, while the audience who were present did not experience what the online viewers had, no one could have gone to his song to hear what he had to say or what he was saying or what or makes assumptions of what. So that was really unfortunate, very unfortunate. Yeah. And I mean, knowing that where Calypso, I mean, we can point fingers. We still do not know. I mean, there's no definite answer as to if it was or if it happened or not, right? But I mean, you look at the trend, and that was quite unfortunate. He gave a very good performance, and he placed sixth. And I mean, knowing how Calypso is and the freedom of expression and political satire, I mean, no organization or government should be or individual should be afraid of that political commentary and social commentary and critique coming from any individual.
So, Mr. Seals, I want to ask a question, right? So, TTT was saying that it was a Dante network routing error, right? Where some primary and secondary systems fail, right? Based on your years in the business, do you think that explanation holds any kind of water? Do you think it has any kind of weight to it? Do you believe it?
It's difficult to believe. I don't believe it. And I saw where one past employee from TTT, he was requesting, but present the logs. I mean, show the logs, and then probably when you see the logs, then you can really verify to see if it was yes or not, or yes or no. another thing too is that in the past when calypsos have been interrupted, and I'm going like for example with the semi-finals. The semi-finals will start from 12. In the past, it would have been 12 midday and go up to about 8 p.m. So we will have about 3 interruptions, which would have been playway at 1, and playway at 4, and sometimes at the lotto. What will happen is that when we come back after that live draw, they will normally go and play the ones that we missed. You would see the performances of the ones that you missed. Unfortunately, this did not happen, and it's a similar scenario, whereby they had to make an interruption. There was an interruption, and up to today, I don't think TTT they have aired the performance. I mean, we still have to go to the YouTube and look at it on other channels.
Yeah, that's why I actually saw it. I saw it on the YouTube, and I got to hear the whole song, which is now. I listened to your song because you dropped your song as soon as the season started, and as soon as the season started, everybody was dropping a song, and I was just like a calypso fool. I just went through and listened to everybody's song. Now I compared your song to Helen's song. Helen's song took us a much more serious slant. Your song took like a satire. It took a comical view. But I would have thought of the two, or of the grouping, a song like yours would have hit hard. A song like yours might have get mute, because when I see it start showing people's faces in your video. So now, Helen's song, because it was done seriously, do you think that might have influenced, let me say this properly, because there's allegations, do you think that there might have been a bigger corn that would have been mashed when it was done a little more seriously than if it was satire?
Yeah, I can't say. I'm not sure. You see, at the end of the day, we have to look at the facts. And I mean, because they have not presented that data that the public have been requesting, it will just be like, we're making assumptions. Yeah. And as of now, if you do not provide the facts, well, then yes, you can say, well, something is, people will say something more in the mortar than the pestle.
Yeah. And I think leaving it silent like that creates that space. Even they did come out and say something.
They apologized. They said that they received.
Yeah, they put out a statement.
But it was mixed, I don't know if you looked at it. It was mixed because we had the Prime Minister making a statement. Well, she didn't make a statement. She didn't join it together to be in anything, which is how you would do it when you're making a statement. But then we had Minister Nicholas Morris that would come out and say, no, we have no problem with the content of the Calypso tent, but the two seem to conflict because one was calling some Calypsonians political stooges, and then another one was saying that no, we don't have a problem with it. We have been taking licks for all these years, but the crucial thing is that the one that said stooges was the leader, and the other one was not the leader. So it's you try your best to be unbiased, but then when they're not making when they don't want to release data or information, you leave the public to kind of weigh it out for themselves, and that is that's a tricky thing. Correct. And that's part and parcel your responsibility, Mr. Seals, as Calypsonians. You all kind of create that atmosphere, which I love.
And what is funny about it is, well, I'm not funny, but it's serious now that you have a lot of Calypsonians now looking at, okay, we had a finals where there were only 2 political commentaries, right? Yeah. That was Elon as the defender, but between the 11 finalists who were selected to go up against Elon, we only had one emerging, which was Karine Ashay's composition of Nobody Wins Until. So moving forward, Calypsonians might fear, because of competition and the competition, Calypsonians might have that fear now of taking that direction in terms of singing these political. Yeah. And that is what is frightening, because now that becomes self-censoring.
Yeah.
Right?
But
So, go ahead, sorry.
do you think that it also, for persons, so the competition would have come and gone, we would have appreciated the art form. But now, Helon or Helen, I pronounce it as Helen.
Helon Francis.
Helon, his song is now being sought after to find out this part, to find out the missing part. So, in a way, the accidental muting, which we had a person say something, the accidental muting caused more viewers to go find his song. So,
yes,
after your point that there may be. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, as to their point, as there may be some Calypsonians that might want to take they might want to play it a little safe. Looking at how this song got the type of publicity, which wasn't the intent, but that was the outcome. It might embolden some.
So and that's how you have to balance it. So if you're looking at just the competition, well, then I can see you have that fear. But if you're going to look at how the Calypsonian delivers the message and that message that he needs to deliver, then I think we should have a good carnival next year again with the same amount of, with political satire. And yeah, it all depends on how you look at it.
Exactly.
I mean,
so we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come right back.
I want to ask a question.
Sure.
All right, well, Chantal, hold on. We need to take a quick break. We are going to play some this. And we'll be right back.
Sun is up, birds singing. Time to get your blessings in. No time for frowns. Turn that thing upside down. Good morning, church. The day beginning. Forget your worries, cast your cares. The Lord is